The intense obsession your person feels toward you goes far beyond what most would consider normal. It's as if they're magnetically drawn to you, captivated by an energy that is exceptionally rare and unique. They feel compelled to shield you, to protect you in ways they themselves might not fully understand. Despite their strong feelings, they recognize their past actions as not only unfair but deeply shameful and disappointing. They've reached a point where they genuinely wish they had a time machine, a way to go back and rewrite the past, to fix what they broke and soothe the pain they caused. Every poor decision, every hurtful moment weighs heavily on them now, and their regret is rooted deeply in the fact that they know they let both you and themselves down. Fear and ego were their undoing, and they allowed these traits to overshadow what could have been a beautiful connection. They acted impulsively, prioritizing their own pride and insecurities over the genuine bond you shared. Now, they are left with a haunting sense of loss and pain that constantly reminds them of the love they sacrificed. The regret is so intense that it's like a silent shadow following them through every day, reminding them of what could have been if only they had chosen courage over cowardice. The realization of their mistakes has been amplified by your silence. You haven't reached out, and that quiet space between you both has become a powerful testament to the depth of the pain they've caused. Each day that passes without a word from you is another day they're forced to confront the true impact of their actions. They now understand that their decisions have left lasting scars, that they have been the source of so much emotional turmoil for you. The depth of this realization strikes them hard. They can't escape the thought of all the times you must have cried, hurt, and struggled in silence because of their choices. This knowledge has forced them to see you in a new light. They realize now that the struggles they put you through, both emotionally and mentally, have contributed to your growth, making you stronger and more resilient. Ironically, their mistakes have highlighted your strength and grace. This newfound awareness fills them with a profound remorse, an understanding that their own shortcomings may have helped you build emotional fortitude, but at a cost that was far too high. The thought of you having to shoulder so much pain alone, growing stronger as a result, only deepens their shame. At this stage, your person finds it nearly impossible to hold back their emotions. The remorse they feel is genuine, cutting through any last vestiges of pride or denial. They realize that they need to set things right, not just for you, but for their own conscience. They are overcome with a desire to finally open up, to express the honesty and vulnerability that they withheld before. They want to bridge the gap, to restore some level of trust and understanding by speaking openly and addressing every hidden wound they've caused. They're beginning to understand that this openness is not optional, it's necessary. They can no longer keep the words bottled up, nor can they ignore the urge to apologize, to express their regret with sincerity and humility. They are finally prepared to set aside their ego, the very thing that initially created the divide, and approach you with the authenticity they once denied you. It's a delicate situation, one that requires not just words but actions that reflect true remorse and a willingness to make amends. In this moment of clarity, your person has come to terms with their failures, realizing the extent of the emotional strain they imposed on you. They feel the weight of each tear you shed in private, every moment of quiet pain they indirectly caused. This has transformed them, making them more aware of the power of their actions and words. There's a sense of urgency within them now, a desperate hope to apologize before it's too late. They no longer want to hide behind facades or make excuses. They want to face the consequences of their actions and give you the honesty you've deserved all along. They understand that, despite their mistakes, you've moved forward, and it has only highlighted the strength and independence you possess. This awareness makes their remorse even deeper. They know they can't undo the past, but they feel compelled to try and mend the fragments of trust that might still remain. As they struggle with the weight of their emotions, they are finally ready to reach out, to offer you the open, honest communication that they withheld for so long. It's a desire that goes beyond mere apology. It's a yearning for reconciliation, for healing, and, perhaps, for the possibility of peace between you both. You are the most important person in my life, and it amazes me how much this physical distance between us has affected me. When we first had to be apart, I thought I'd manage easily, that I'd simply miss you like anyone would miss someone they care for, and I'd stay busy and keep my mind occupied. But it's become far more difficult than I ever imagined. The distance has become more than just a barrier, it's a weight that I feel every day, in every moment. No matter where I go or what I do, my thoughts seem to circle back to you, as if every place and moment is a reminder of what we shared and what I so deeply miss. Even the smallest things trigger memories of us, and with each memory, the longing to be close to you only intensifies. You've shown me so much about life and love, about finding strength in the face of challenges, and about confronting my fears instead of running from them. I used to think that relying on someone meant giving up some part of yourself, but you taught me that love isn't about losing yourself, it's about finding something truer and stronger within yourself. You taught me how to be brave in a way I didn't know was possible. With you, I feel capable of facing anything life throws my way, knowing that I have someone who believes in me. You've shown me that real strength doesn't mean handling everything alone, and real courage comes from sharing your heart and allowing someone else to share theirs with you. Whenever I think about the moments we've shared together, I can't help but feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude. Those memories, our laughter, our long talks, the quiet moments when nothing needed to be said, each one fills me with warmth and happiness, even as they make me ache to have more of those times with you. I never realized how deeply our memories would stay with me, or how much they'd mean. Sometimes, I find myself wiping away tears that seem to come out of nowhere because the thought of you is so powerful. I even talk to your pictures sometimes, as if they could talk back to me, and in those moments, it almost feels like you're there, listening, like I can feel your presence through that small connection. Before you came into my life, I thought love was something that would only bring heartache, something I could live without. But being with you has changed my perspective entirely. You've brought out a side of me that I didn't know existed, a side that wants to love and be loved without fear. You've made me feel things I've never felt before and shown me that love doesn't have to be a source of sorrow but can be a source of strength and joy. With your love and encouragement, I've started to change, slowly but surely. You've transformed me from someone who was cold and guarded into someone who feels deeply and values the warmth and beauty of love. Life is constantly testing us, placing challenges in our way that seem designed to see how much we can handle and what we're truly made of. But I believe these tests are also a way of proving our love and dedication to each other. Every day we spend apart only seems to strengthen my feelings for you, as if this time and distance are teaching me just how much you mean to me. Being away from you has made me realize that I don't want to take a single moment with you for granted. This separation has shown me how deeply I yearn for you, and it has cemented my resolve to be with you, no matter the obstacles in our way. I love you more than words can fully express, and the thought of losing you is something I can't bear. I'm truly sorry for ignoring your message. I was wrong to let even a moment pass without showing you how much you mean to me. I promise that this time, I won't let anything go wrong. I am committed to us, to you, to honoring every feeling I have for you. I know now, more than ever, that you are my true love, my partner, my confidant, and the person I want by my side as we navigate life's challenges together. Thank you for coming into my life and for showing me the beauty and depth of true love. I love you with all my heart, and I am ready to prove it in every way I can. Your partner had no idea just how much time, energy, and importance you poured into the relationship. They became your top priority, the person you centered your world around, often putting their needs above your own. You invested wholeheartedly, constantly giving without expecting much in return, hoping that your commitment would be met with the same level of respect and care. To you, the relationship was sacred, something you protected and nurtured with everything you had. You willingly sacrificed, rearranged your life, and made countless compromises, all for the sake of this connection. But, despite your devotion, they failed to recognize or appreciate the value of what they had until it was no longer theirs. They took your loyalty and generosity for granted, mistaking it for something that would always be there. It wasn't until you were gone that they felt the true weight of your absence, and the reality of their choices started to set in. Now, as they grapple with the loss, they're beginning to understand the consequences of their actions. The karma of betrayal is hitting them hard, and they're experiencing a deep and unshakable regret. Their heart aches for you in ways they hadn't anticipated, haunted by memories of the bond they once dismissed. This emptiness, this ache, is something they can't seem to escape. The void left by your absence is profound, a constant reminder of what they lost. Despite trying to move forward, they can't shake the intense obsession with you that's taken over their thoughts. Day and night, you occupy their mind, becoming an unrelenting presence that both unsettles and consumes them. But rather than admitting their feelings openly, they hide it, burying their emotions and trying to keep up a facade that they're unbothered. Beneath the surface, however, lies an undeniable addiction to the energy and warmth you brought into their life. In secret, they've resorted to watching you from a distance. They're constantly checking on you, lurking on social media, trying to piece together any glimpse they can find of your life without them. Their curiosity has morphed into a fixation. They're grasping for control over a situation that has spiraled far beyond their reach, determined to reclaim the connection they took for granted. Obsessed with the idea of winning you back, they've resolved to do whatever it takes to bridge the gap between you. However, what they don't realize is that the person they're pursuing no longer exists in the same way. You've grown, transformed, and become a stronger version of yourself. You've evolved, grounded in your purpose and fully focused on your goals. This change wasn't just a reaction to the breakup, it was a conscious decision to reclaim your life and prioritize yourself. You understand your worth in ways you hadn't before, and that newfound confidence has given you a sense of inner peace and fulfillment. This transformation is unsettling for your former partner, who was used to the person you once were. They're witnessing your resilience, watching as you thrive independently without any desire to chase after them or rekindle what was lost. The tables have turned, and now they're the ones feeling uncertain and insecure. Seeing you do well without them has struck a nerve, fueling a sense of inadequacy that wasn't there before. They once thought you needed them, convinced that you depended on their support, validation, and presence to navigate the world. But now, they see the truth: you're more than enough on your own. You've shown them and everyone else that you're capable of facing life's challenges with strength and grace, unafraid of standing alone. This realization is a powerful one, both for you and for them. While they may continue to pursue you, watching, lurking, and hoping for a second chance, you remain steadfast in your journey. You're focused on building a life that aligns with your goals and values, refusing to let anyone or anything compromise the path you've chosen. This isn't about revenge or proving a point, it's about growth and self-respect. You've moved beyond needing external validation, embracing a life where you are your own source of fulfillment and happiness. As they struggle to come to terms with what they've lost, you continue forward, confident and self-assured, knowing that you don't need anyone else to complete you. Ultimately, they will have to reckon with the reality of what they let slip away. They had a love that was rare, genuine, and loyal, yet they took it for granted. In their absence, you've learned to love and prioritize yourself, and that's the greatest victory of all. By choosing to stand strong and focused, you're allowing them the space to fully understand the depth of what they had, and the profound loss of no longer being a part of it.